Hello beautiful beings. This video is for anyone who's interested in well-being and health and putting an end to this illness that's running us in society, these diseases, the stresses, the inflammation. And my name is Phoenix Martino, your messenger of love for the day, your guide to personal freedom and peace. And I want to talk to you today about plant medicine. This has come from my community as something that they would like to hear about. And I want to start off with a quote from Hippocrates. Let thy food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. Now this is the founder of medicine saying that. And what's interesting about medicine in our world, what we've done to create it as an industry, is medical students study nutrition for about 25 hours in their degree in many countries. Depends which country, but this is over 5 to 6 years. Now how can the founder of medicine have said this, and yet our medicine is studying it for about 25 hours? And then you look at this increasing industry of health coaches and coaches. How much time do you think they spend on learning about food and how food works? A lot more than that. And this is where there's become a breakdown of trust in the system by many people. I am one of those people, because when I was chronically ill for 7 years, I went into that system and it didn't work for me. And so, what I actually have done is I was working on a permaculture farm, working in the food system, learning about that for 5 months. Hands in the food system, in the soil, learning about the plants, then straight to the kitchen, where the kitchen team is turning that into food, eating it every day. So for 5 months straight, every day eating organic straight off the land. This becomes an embodied understanding of food as thy medicine. Embodied. Because I can now observe the impact this has on my consciousness and everything, my skin, my organs, how I feel waking up every day. I've worked with a health coach, detoxification specialist. I've done all the different stuff around nutrition. And when we go to a doctor, the local GP, their role is to identify what is the symptom showing up. They're going to go, this is the symptom. Okay, how can I address the symptom? Well, based on my training, most likely I'll start with the natural route if I can propose that, but I'm not trained in nutrition. So all I can offer you is the chemical route, which is the pharmaceutical company route. Or, if it's more serious, we take it to the surgical route, to a specialist. As well as many of the doctors, some are not, but are not trained in stress management, which is typically the root cause of what's underlying the stuff, and it's all emotional stuff and psychological stuff. And then when we talk about plant medicine, I remember my journey with this is I used to have this occurring of plant medicine that, it's a bit scary, I'll have to go to South America, and I hear people prepare for weeks for this, and I don't know much about it, so I'm just gonna keep that a little bit away for now, and keep that away. I'm not called to it. And then now in my own personal experience with this is I am constantly taking medicine because I have a different understanding of medicine. Medicine for me is not the thing I take because I have a symptom or an illness and I need to cure something. Medicine for me, there is illness and we cure it and we get to baseline. For me, I'm all about vitality. I'm in the world of, I don't need to deal with symptoms. I want to deal with how do I elevate my vitality, my mental capability, performance. So anyone that cares about their performance, clarity in mind, creative potential, whether you run your own business, the vitality mentally, physically in the body, not to feel aches and pains like I used to feel all the time, or sore. How does it feel so fluid? The fascia is light, and the blood is flowing and the waters are flowing and the organs feel good. And when I eat food, I don't have this indigestion, or I'm not stuck in my mind over analyzing because I'm mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually clear. That's what medicine is for me. Yeah, it's when is the conversation going to be about health and medicine as vitality rather than curing diseases? And we are currently in a paradigm and a system where we're making ourselves sick. Most of you will already know this. We're pumping stuff. We've got this marketing industry pumping food in a supermarket. I do not shop at supermarkets anymore, by the way. It's just a fluorescent light thing full of marketing and crap that they put in foods that if you read the boxes, it's just full of processed stuff. Most of the veggies and fruit are not organic. Like, I would rather, yeah, like it's literally, I'm poisoning myself eating that stuff. Yeah. I want to support local people. I want to support local farmers, local people growing their own food that don't use pesticides, where the soil is clean because that soil has an impact on my gut. That's what I want to eat. I want to eat what's seasonal, not just eat carrots because I want carrots whenever I want, because I've been conditioned to look in the supermarket and see carrots and think, oh, that's actually meant to be growing at this time of the year, and that hasn't been shipped from really far away, or they've pumped pesticides in it to keep it growing at a time in the year when it's not meant to be growing, and then we keep monocropping the same thing in the soil, and so we're screwing the soil so all the nutrients come out, and that carrot actually has barely any nutrients compared to the capacity it can carry, and I keep eating. Yeah, it's preventative. And so, you know, some of these medicines that are here in the world that we're so gifted to have, that the indigenous found these because the plant spoke to them, because they lived in nature and they knew what to do and how to prepare them and cook them up because they were told. Yeah, I'm talking tobacco, I'm talking ayahuasca, San Pedro, Cambo, peyote, you know, all these different medicines we have access to. Sananga, rapé, magic mushrooms, marijuana. Yeah. And let me share some personal examples and stories with you. These medicines are not scary. I trust them so deeply. I trust them just like I trust a butterfly or a carrot or a beetroot. Because I know these medicines have a consciousness. Of many of you that understand mushrooms, you'll understand the mycelium network is one of the most, you know, intelligent systems on the earth that is communicating underground all the time. It's pretty much everywhere in the world. So if they're creating magic mushrooms that humans are eating, and then they're having these cosmic experiences where I feel like oneness with the world and oneness with nature, who's really smarter here? It's the mushrooms, it's the mycelium. They're having me connect to nature themselves, to protect nature, to look after nature, and you know, they're smarter than us. We're just eating the stuff. We're practically just feeding the biology and chemistry that exists within our body. And most people getting addicted to sugar or eating salt is because they're running low, they're pumping stress, running low in their adrenal. Sugar, they can't deal with their own emotions, and so they need to compensate for that by eating sugar. Yeah. The experiences I've personally had with the medicines such as ayahuasca is, wow, it has shown me the cosmic oneness with life. It has shown me God. It has shown me vibration. It has shown me truth, if I can discern that truth. It has shown me that every single human being and everything on this planet is medicine when I'm open to receiving the medicine. And what I mean by medicine is you need to change your definition of medicine to know that it is higher amounts of vitality in your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul. Yeah. It's had me dance and have all kinds of cosmic experiences, face my shadows, face the things within myself I don't want to face. Yeah. San Pedro, the same. It's shown me all the things. It's shown me my ego. It's shown me where I shame. It said, one day it said to me, this is shame stopping you from singing. I want you to go pick up that guitar and play. And so what did I do? I listened to it because I trusted it. And I picked up the guitar and I started singing and I started channeling a song. And then there were 4 of us men all singing this song together that we're all channeling, and we're all crying because we're asking the Divine Feminine for forgiveness. And one of the men turned around to me and he goes, I felt like all our male ancestors. Another one came up to me and said, that was the first time I became man in my life. I'm going to go home and tell my wife. It wasn't me. It wasn't him. It was the medicine working through us when we become channels to allow that information to come into the quantum field, and we let go of the harshness of our ego and identity, which is trying to compensate for beliefs all the time. When you let go of stress, you come more into your spirit, which is infinite potential. More in stress, you're in your ego compensating for beliefs that you think you're inadequate, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve, I'm powerless. Every single human being, probably most of us are living in that all the time, me included, because our society is designed for stress. So these plant medicines show us another possibility. They take us into spirit realm. They show us truth. People that talk about God and religious dogma and all this stuff, they don't believe in it. Try some plant medicine. Then come back and tell me what you believe. Yeah. And the thing is, when I was younger, I took drugs at recreational use, and that was not the right relationship to go into it with, acid or different kinds of drugs, because that was just to lose myself or peer pressure, or not in a ritual space, not respecting the medicines. Yeah, these medicines are to be highly respected, to be in a safe space with people you trust, to be held by shamans or people that can hold the space, so that when things come up for you, you're safe, and they can utilize music as an example to allow things to move. Yeah. Things like Kambo, yeah. In my arm, yeah. Boom. Moment of self-death, a moment of purging, allowing, you see the color of the liquid that's coming out of my body. It's healing organs in my body, my liver coming out yellow. It's healing that. It's taking out what is not needed in there. Wow, did I feel powerful and clear for the next week after that, just full power. Yeah. Sananga in the eyes, burning, allowing the dust to leave the eyes, allowing everything to be really clear, so I can not only see clear physically, but I can see clear internally. Clarity of the mind, it's all connected, everyone. Yeah, Rape connecting me to the earth, spirit, straight body, straight spine. Yeah, mushrooms again giving me messages to sing. Yeah. And I don't smoke marijuana, I don't really smoke it, but there was one time a friend back down in Sydney was like, you need to try this one, I promise you this is the thing. And so I tried it, and what happened, it spoke to me and it said, go pick up your guitar and play a song. And I just channeled again this song on guitar, and there was a couple in front of me, they were like, whoa, what was that? And I was like, what's the name of that song? I'm like, I don't know, I just made it up. They're like, what, you made that up? I'm like, yeah, I couldn't do it for you again if I tried. I became the channel, the conduit for something. Yeah, why? Because I'm less in stress, therefore less in my personality, more in spirit. And the word spirit, people, we need to have an understanding of it. Just because we grew up in the Western world, we don't really have an understanding. We think it's a little bit woo-woo. But just as much as you have a brain and it's physical, just as much as you have a body and it's physical, you have a spirit. And I've learned how to dance in that world now. How to feel my spirit, how to tune into it, how to move it around, how to tune into other people's spirits. And you can literally see where people are sick and ill. Especially when you have plant medicine running through your system. You can literally see, I've seen before, I remember seeing this woman, I'm like, wow, she's got an illness. But I can't tell her that. We can't necessarily tell. People have to get these things for themselves. Because the root cause of these physical ailments, remember everything's energy, atoms, molecules, organs, yeah? That's the symptom. The root cause is from spirit and emotional. And so in our Western world, we have an ability to cure the physical ailments in our system, but not necessarily emotional, spiritual. This is where the shamans, bless them, so much wisdom, have the ability to cure the spirit and emotional element, which has an ability to cure the physical element as well. Yeah, and I'm not saying as an ultimate truth every single time someone's going to be cured doing this, yeah. Very much, I want you to get this. We are all our own healers. Yeah. Joe Dispenza, like all of us, it's whether I'm open, whether my belief system is open, whether my brain is open to receiving healing in a certain moment. Myself, as someone who practices energy healing and helps bring healing energies down into someone's body using the practice or method of Reiki, but it goes way beyond that, yeah, is I know I'm not the healer. I'm allowing energies to come through me as a channel into that person, and it's up to that person whether they want to heal that or not. And if there's victim consciousness and things playing through and beliefs that they're not worthy, I'm not worthy of healing, I got a story running, I'm always going to be sick, they won't heal. We are so powerful. That's the thing to get. And this plant medicine journey, it goes way beyond. Yeah, there is herbal medicines, there are medicinal mushrooms for all kinds of things. Some things, for example, I take every day is cordyceps for my performance, just absolute performance. You can take chaga for anti-aging, you can take reishi to be calm, yeah, turkey tail for immunity, all these are examples. There are teas. One of my favorite teas is passion flower, lavender and mugwort. Why? Because the passion flower allows my brain activity to reduce, the lavender allows my body to calm, and the mugwort activates my subconscious dream state at night, so my dreams, I can go in there and it can process what it needs to process. Do you see how medicine is not about curing disease? It is about getting into the most abundant states of energy and vitality in this world. Yeah, the Ayurvedic practices, ancient Indian lineages of medicine. Yeah, Ayurveda is, for example, I take Shrimiti every day, a spoonful of this to raise my consciousness. Yeah, I'm taking Nuska up the nose, a nasal spray and a brain spray right in there to improve my brain function. Yeah, there's all these things, and then people wonder, like maybe question or challenge, Christian, how are you so aligned? Why does your energy feel good? Do you know how many things, medicines there are I'm taking? This is what I mean by medicine. It's not to cure a disease. You want to go a little bit left the field, urine in the eyes. Why? Because the urine, as it goes through our systems, everything's getting filtered out. It's one of our most potent medicines. Look it up in biohacking, straight into the eyes. Ice baths, boom, 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 reduce inflammation, open everything up. You can even put, men, ice on your balls to raise your testosterone levels, to manage your masculine, feminine energies. All of these things, we are alchemizing. This is just a body. I am not my body. I am not my thoughts. I am not my emotions. It is my vessel for my spirit. I can keep going. Activated crystal and rose petal mist spray that I put on my face, and that cleanses me. Yeah, there are so many things. Start being in the sun every day, in nature, this beautiful place, the vitamin D, right? Crystals as medicine. When we understand that everything is vibration, and each crystal holds a specific vibration that people have studied over time. On this land I'm on right now, it's covered in crystals because of the volcanic activity that was here. Yeah, and each crystal is moving some energetic thing in different parts of my body. So when I have specific crystals now, because my nervous system is so clear, I can receive that medicine and I can feel what it's activating and shifting. Everything is moving. And the aim here is just to move all energy so it's flowing, so it's balanced all the time. Yeah, then you got all the other stuff, yoga, breath work, release the trauma, release the stuckness. Yeah, cleansing the space, Palo Santo, copal incense, cleansing the air, the oxygen that goes into you, singing, sound healing, dancing, moving the energy, essential oils, phew, clearing things out. Yeah. Whereas many things, if you go take some things for your headache, that's just dealing with some symptom here. It's not moving all the energy out. When you go and get a symptom treatment from a doctor, you're not clearing the root cause of all your emotional suffering and the things that are causing these physical ailments and cancers in your body. We need to deal with the things we don't want to deal with. That's the real medicine. And plant medicines will make you face your shit so you don't get sick. They're going to have you be in alignment, because when you are in alignment in your life, straight spine, information cord between all the information in your brain through your whole system to communicate to your cardiovascular system, the lymphatic system, all the different systems in your body, yeah, your respiratory system, this is alignment. This is your computer program that you have. It is your absolute tool. And so we need to face the shadows that exist within us, the demons, you might say. Yeah? A bit of aspirin's not going to have you face your demons and actually do the things you need to do. Maybe quit your job or deal with something in your relationship that's causing you to carry stress and continuous emotional patterns in your life that are causing you inflammation in all your organs and then causing disease in you, and then you wonder why you're sick, and then you have to spend heaps of money on surgery or heaps of money you're going through this illness. We don't need to live like that. We don't need to live like that. We really don't. Yeah. It'll help you be in the light. And when people use the word enlightenment or light, you literally, light is information. When you allow your body to receive more information, it heals itself. That's why there's infrared light therapy, all these different things, yeah, in the biohacking space. Yeah, one of my friends, beautiful brothers, has a space in Byron Bay, and I went there and he put me on the electromagnetic thing and opens up the cells, opens everything up, got me on the high altitude machine so I could get my oxygen levels to 98% rather than just 20. Yeah, all this stuff. And then I went in an infrared thing, so it's going to kill out all the pathogens and negative things, and then in a chair to flip my parasympathetic nervous system so the blood rushes up and I'm relaxed. This is what's possible and potential. Yeah. So if you've been interested in anything here, if you found anything relevant, drop a comment, ask a question, drop an emoji. I want to hear what's landing for you. What are you getting from these videos? And I want to open this up, as these are unfinished conversations. Open up the conversation about this, because Australia, someone said this topic to me, Australia is way behind the times. Our whole Western world is way behind the times. There are so many medicines available to us and natural things that can help us live, not just curing our diseases, but living the most naturally vibrant, abundant life where we're just all connected on all the elements. And what happened? Politics happened. Yeah. Back when all this research was happening, back in the US, the hippie days, they got really scared. They needed to control the people because people were becoming free. So, boom, cut the research, put it back years. Now all the research is happening again. Psychiatrists and psychologists and counselors are practicing with MDMA therapy and psilocybin therapy, and it's working. But we got put back a couple of decades. Why? Because of politics. It's been there for years, many years. Politics is always getting, agendas, and pharmaceutical companies really do run a lot in the world. But over time, when enough people get an understanding, enough of the conversations are opened up, it is inevitable. Yeah, it's inevitable that they're going to have to innovate, just like all the other companies in the world. You innovate or you die. Yeah, and there'll be a bit of a fight in the system, a bit of a tussle. Yeah, but I want you to know there is an abundant access to plant medicines. There is an abundant access to herbal medicines. There is an abundant access to energy and vitality where you don't have to put up with suffering every day. So if you're one of those people that's been putting up with a physical ailment or emotional, mental issue, I want you to know I've been there, I get it, I've worked with, I've heard many hundreds of stories and thousands, and it doesn't have to be that way. You just need to find what's that medicine for you. Yeah, and there are many people that are here that have the knowledge, the wisdom, the access, and here to support you. So many blessings. Drop a comment below of what resonated for you. If you got questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you so much. Be love, be peace, be joy, be unconditionally you. Blessings.